it's Jane here. Some of you might remember me teaching yoga in school last term that you were in. So let me explain what yoga is. Yoga is the science of well-being, and we're going to explore it together in this short video. So let's stand up. Now the ancient yogis, that's what we call people who practice yoga, watch the natural world very closely. And they observed that all the secrets to how to live well were around them. And they started with mountain pose. So let's do that together. Feet together. We're going to stand nice and tall. Spread our toes out first, get them nice and wide, and then lower your toes. Hands by your side to begin with. Take a deep breath. And then open your hands to the side. So the ancient yogis noticed that whatever was happening on the outside, sun, wind, snow, storms, the mountains stayed still and calm. And that's what we can learn. Sometimes we might have storms inside our mind and our bodies, all those feelings and thoughts are whizzing around. But let's see if we can just stay still and calm and notice what happens. We might notice as we stay still and calm that these thoughts and feelings change, but we can stay the same. Let's concentrate on standing calm and still. And then let's take a big stretch up, look at the sky. And the ancient yogis noticed on the darkest night, the stars shone the brightest. So let's do star pose. So we're going to take our arms and our legs out nice and wide. And we're going to remember that stars shine the brightest on the darkest nights. So close your eyes and think about what you're a star at. You might be good at sport. You might be good listening to friends, caring for someone or a pet. Maybe your superpower is helping someone and being kind. So think about those things that you are really good at now. And just notice how that feels. And now imagine sprinkling all that goodness down on the world. Give your hands a little sprinkle around, spreading that goodness and shining bright. Hands together, and let's jump back to mountain pose. And let's take our hands together. And tree pose now. So the ancient yogis noticed the strongest trees had these really strong roots into the ground and at the same time stretching out into the sun, into the world with their branches. So let's do that together. So we can keep our foot on the floor, on our calf, maybe a little higher. And below our waist are like the roots of a tree that really press down into the earth. And our arms stretch up to the sky. Now all trees have different shaped branches, so make your own tree. And then see if you can feel those roots. Feel those branches spreading out, feeling strong and powerful, like the strongest tree. They still move in the breeze, they don't stay perfectly still. Now let's do the other side. So again, we're going to get our roots nice and strong, pressing down into the earth. We're going to stretch our arms. Maybe it's a windy day and our branches need to flow up and down. And we're going to go with that flow. We're not going to stay stuck and still. We're just going to allow our bodies to move nice and slowly. And now, the smallest creatures the ancient yogis looked at. Is that a little frog I can see? We all know frog pose if you've done yoga with me. So we bend our knees, get nice and low. And what do frogs do in the pond? They jump nice and high. Let's do that again. Hop. And again. You need really strong legs to do this. But the most remarkable thing about a frog isn't the way it leaps, but it's its ability to stay still, very still. Now you can stay in frog pose while we practice this, Or you can tuck your froggy legs under and cross your legs if it feels a little uncomfortable. Now, while frogs are capable of making enormous leaps, they can sit very, very still. A frog is aware of everything that happens in and around it. And the frog tends not to react right away. It stays still and breathes. It keeps its energy for when it really needs it. And it doesn't let itself get carried away with thoughts inside its head. It just sits still, very still, and breathes. It notices frog tummy rising up as it breathes in and falling again as it breathes out. And anything a frog can do, you can do too. All you need to do is pay a little attention to your breath. So you might want to keep your hands on your knees. You might want to place your hands on your tummy and feel that breath. And this is when the ancient yogis found the missing part of the puzzle that makes us superheroes, the superpower of our breath. So just when we need to feel calm and everything around us feels like chaos and storms, we have that calmness inside us if we just look and listen to our breath. So feel your froggy breath now, breathing in, breathing out. So keep breathing for a little while longer. And then I'm going to ring the singing bowl, and I want you to listen carefully to that sound, and only when you can't hear it anymore, open your froggy eyes. Well done. How do you feel? So let's finish off our little yoga class by putting our hands together, and as the ancient yogis say, Namaste, which means the light in me can see the light in you. Well done, everybody. Have a lovely day.